Hey guys, welcome back to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today for a very special edition of Story Time with Miss Carabed. Today we are reading a beautiful story called The Gardener. The Gardener is a story written about a young girl who was living during the time of the Great Depression. Now, the Great Depression was a period in American history where a lot of people lost their jobs and a lot of families struggled to provide for their families and to make ends meet. So you'll see what happens to this sweet girl in the story and how her family deals with that situation. I think you're going to love it. This book was also a recipient of the Caldecott Honor. And the Caldecott Award is an award given to one picture book every year for the most distinguished artwork and illustrations. The Caldecott Honor is given to other stories that made a beautiful contribution to children's literature through the illustrations. And so these stories are honored as well, along with the Caldecott Medal. So whenever you see one of these cool stickers, you know that this emblem represents that this book has made a difference in the lives of a lot of people because of the pictures and illustrations. Okay guys, let's get right into it. The Gardener, written by Sarah Stewart and pictures by David Small. Here we see young Lydia Grace with her grandmother, and they are gardening, hence the title, The Gardener. August 27th, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, Grandma told us after supper that you want me to come to the city and live with you until things get better. Did she tell you that Papa has been out of work for a long time and no one asks Mama to make dresses anymore? We all cried, even Papa. But then Mama made us laugh with her stories about your chasing her up trees when you were both little. Did you really do that? I'm small, but I'm strong, and I'll help you all I can. However, Grandma said to finish my schoolwork before doing anything else. Your niece, Lydia Grace Finch. September 3rd, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, I'm mailing this from the train station. I forgot to tell you in the last letter 3 important things that I'm too shy to say to your face. Number 1, I know a lot about gardening, but nothing about baking. Number 2, I'm anxious to learn to bake, but is there any place to plant seeds? Number 3, I like to be called Lydia Grace, just like Grandma. Your niece, Lydia. On the train, September 4th, 1935. Dear Mama, I feel so pretty in your dress that you made over for me. I hope you don't miss it too much. Dear Papa, I haven't forgotten what you said about recognizing Uncle Jim. Just look for Mama's face with a big nose and a mustache. I promise not to tell him. Does he have a sense of humor? And dearest Grandma, thank you for the seeds. The train is rocking me to sleep, and every time I doze off, I dream of gardens. Love to all, Lydia Grace. And there she is, arriving in the big city. Little girl with a big heart. Ooh. September 5th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I'm so excited. There are window boxes here. They look as if they've been waiting for me. So now we'll both wait for spring. These are the window boxes where you get to plant beautiful things. And Grandma, the sun shines down on the corner where I'll live and work. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim doesn't smile. December 25th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I adore the seed catalogs you sent for Christmas. And Grandma, thank you for all the bulbs. I hope you received my drawings. I wrote a long poem for Uncle Jim. He didn't smile, but I think he liked it. He read it aloud, then put it in his shirt pocket and patted it. Love to all, Lydia Grace. And there they are with their little Christmas tree in the background. February 12th, 1936. Dearest Grandma, thank you again for those bulbs you sent at Christmas. You should see them now. I really like Ed and Emma Beach, Uncle Jim's friends, who work here. When I first arrived, Emma told me she'd show me how to knead bread if I would teach her the Latin names of all the flowers I know. Now, just half a year later, I'm kneading bread and she's speaking Latin. More good news, we have a store cat named Otis, who at this very moment is sleeping at the foot of my bed. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim isn't smiling yet, but I'm hoping for a smile soon. March 5th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I've discovered a secret place. You can't imagine how wonderful it is. No one else knows about it but Otis. I have great plans. Thank you for all the letters. I'll try to write more, but I'm really busy planting all your seeds in cracked teacups and bent cake pans. And Grandma, you should smell the good dirt I'm bringing home from the vacant lot down the street. Love to all, Lydia Grace. Wonder what she's found up there in the building where they live. It's the rooftop. What does she have in mind? April 27, 1936. Dearest Grandma, all the seeds and roots are sprouting. I can hear you saying, April showers bring May flowers. Emma and I are sprucing up the bakery, and I'm playing a great trick on Uncle Jim. He sees me reading my mail, planting seeds in the window boxes, going to school, doing my homework, sweeping the floor, but he never sees me working in my secret place. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I'm planning a big smile from Uncle Jim in the near future. May 27, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, you should have heard Emma laugh today when I opened your letter and dirt fell out onto the sidewalk. Thank you for all the baby plants. They survived the trip in the big envelope. More about Emma. She's helping me with the secret place. Hurrah! Lydia Grace. P.S. I saw Uncle Jim almost smile today. The store was full, well, almost full of customers. There's Emma laughing at her. June 27, 1936. Dear Grandma, flowers are blooming all over the place. I'm also growing radishes, onions, and 3 kinds of lettuce in the window boxes. Some neighbors have brought containers for me to fill with flowers, and a few customers even gave me plants from their gardens this spring. They don't call me Lydia Grace anymore. They call me the gardener. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I'm sure Uncle Jim will smile soon. I'm almost ready to show him the secret place. July 4th, 1936. Dearest Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I am bursting with happiness. The entire city seems so beautiful, especially this morning. The secret place is ready for Uncle Jim. At noon, the store will close for the holiday, and then we'll bring him up to the roof. I've tried to remember everything you ever taught me about beauty. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I can already imagine Uncle Jim's smile. And there are her signs. She's preparing for Uncle Jim. This way. You've arrived. Please go up. So sweet. Surprise. Wow. July 11, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, my heart is pounding so hard, I'm sure the customers can hear it downstairs. At lunch today, Uncle Jim put the closed sign on the door, and told Ed and Emma and me to go upstairs and wait. He appeared with the most amazing cake I've ever seen, covered in flowers. I truly believe that cake equals 1,000 smiles. And then he took your letter out of his pocket with the news of Papa's job. I'm coming home. Love to all and see you soon. Lydia Grace. P.S. Grandma, I've given all of my plants to Emma. I can't wait to help you in your garden again. We gardeners never retire. Oh, he baked her a beautiful cake. It's a going away surprise. And there they are on the rooftop with Ed and Emma. And at last, Lydia Grace is going back home to the countryside with Ma, Pa, and Grandma. And there they are saying goodbye. Looks like Emma's got a handkerchief wiping away her tears, and Uncle Jim is hugging her pretty tightly. You think Lydia Grace finally made him smile? I think so. Yeah. Well, there you have it. That's the end of that book, The Gardener, written by Sarah Stewart, pictures by David Small. What a precious story. Is there anything that you could do to make somebody smile? What do you think? What kind of things can we do to give someone else a smile, just like Lydia Grace did? Yeah, I'm thinking of things like giving somebody a hug, a word of encouragement, writing a card, picking flowers for them. That goes along with the theme of this book, The Gardener. And all kinds of things, right? You could even read somebody a story. If you have a younger brother or sister, why don't you pick up a story and share it with them? That's sure to put a smile on their face. Well, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me for today's very special edition of Story Time. Until next time, adios! Let's go out there and put a smile on someone's face.